Alright, what's going on, guys? This is Maury,
Mark, Pat, and Dave from the Erie Better Beer Bureau. Well, we hit another milestone. This is review number 200, and we pulled a special one out for this. This is Hunahpu's Imperial Stout, and this one is aged in brandy barrels. So this was kind of the barrel-aged variant of Hunahpu's for this year. This one was bottled May 2013, so a few months ago.
Whoa. Wow. That's pretty complex. Like, at first, it's all brandy.
Yes.
And that brandy actually is pretty aggressive on the front, too. Like, it caught me a little bit, even taking a deep breath of it.
Definitely like a heavy liquor taste or smell up front. I do get some of those signature Hunahpu aromas, though.
Yeah.
The dark, that real rich chocolate.
They slowly surface afterward.
Right,
You know?
like molasses too, and there's even a spice to it.
I'm getting like a licorice, like an anise.
I can see that. I'm getting dark chocolate. I feel like the cinnamon's poking through a little bit. You know what I mean?
Call me crazy. I almost get a little bit of like bourbon.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, maybe it's the barrel character,
the oakiness.
The oakiness, yeah. I mean,
actually, it is pretty oaky. It has a real earthy aroma between the barrels and the brandy and all the spices that are used in this. It's a full-on nose. It's pretty bold.
If the aroma is this complex, I can't imagine how it's going to taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Cheers, guys.
Whoa.
Well, that was a slight even understatement. You were like, wow.
Yeah. That's crazy. There's a lot going on there.
There's a ton going on.
Dark chocolate.
Wow, yeah.
A little
The
bit of
chocolate is
coffee.
there. I get the peppers on the back end.
Mm-hmm.
Very mild.
I got them on the second sip.
Mm-hmm.
They're very mild, though. They're not overpowering in any
But
way.
noticeable.
Oh, yeah.
I was wondering if they were going to be able to come through, because even in Hunahpu, they're more mild than, say, like the Mexican cake.
Oh, way more.
But with the brandy, I was wondering if, some of the flavors were going to be a bit muted, and I thought the peppers might get lost, but I definitely got them on that second sip for sure.
I personally don't feel that any of the flavors got lost. I feel they just added brandy in addition to all of these signature flavors that you get out of Hunahpu. One thing I'm really, really liking about this after a few sips now, it didn't lose a whole lot on the mouthfeel.
I knew that was coming. It
that's right.
absolutely did not.
The mouthfeel is still
huge.
thick and huge on this thing. And that's impressive.
The glass brown, just like regular Hunahpu does.
And the head was just like regular Hunahpu. That super dark head at first, that kind of fades to a little, maybe light brown after it kind of simmers down to a ring. I also feel the carbonation is still real spot on for being a barrel-aged Imperial Stout.
Another thing I kind of like about this is that it's not overly sweet at all.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? Even with the addition of the brandy, like it has a sweetness to it, but there's like a bit of roasted wood on the back end.
Everything in this beer contrasts really well with everything else. Like you do get the oakiness, you get the bitterness from like the coffee. Then there's some chocolatey sweetness. There's almost like a prune kind of sweetness to it as well. Then the spiciness from the peppers in it, I still swear I can taste some anise or licorice in this too.
I can see that.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. And every time you take a sip, you can pick out something else.
I'm going to give this beer a 4.75. I think the brandy works well with the other flavors in this beer. And Hunahpu is probably one of my favorite beers. I rated it out of 5 when we reviewed it. I still prefer the original version by a little bit, but this works pretty well. Like Dave said, didn't lose anything on mouthfeel, and the flavors work together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely agree. 4.75. Not quite a 5. Just the complexities of this is amazing. Mouthfeel, of course, Cigar City always nails the mouthfeel. I don't know, maybe the brandy knocks down the other tones just a little bit, but still an amazing beer. 4.75.
Yep, I agree with these guys. Also 4.75. Nice contrasts, just a little bit less drinkable.
Yeah, I'm gonna round it off. I completely agree with you guys. Maury, you really hit a lot of the points I was gonna talk about right on the head there. 4.75 is my score for some of those same reasons. I like the addition of the brandy. I like the barrel characters. However, I think that I just prefer, I think there's only so much room for flavor, and I think that the other flavors are still detectable, they're still there, but they had to kind of dial just a touch back to make room for that brandy. And but don't get me wrong, it's a 4.75 and it's an amazing beer. I'm really glad we got to try and review this one. So yeah, I guess you can call it a 4.75 from the Bureau. All around on the Brandy Barrel Aged Hunahpu's Imperial Stout from Cigar City.
Till next time.
Cheers.